Hi guys, Dalton Summers here, Realtor and broker at Link Real Estate Group. For those of you who are looking for the perfect home site for your next home, you're in the right place. If a traditional neighborhood just isn't for you, here are 5 tips to help you find the right piece of land. First, you'll need to find a home site. You can easily look on websites like Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin, and others. I'll admit, those websites have far less functionality than a realtor. We can adjust parameters ranging from the school district, acreage, the utilities that are available on the site, sales price, etc. For example, let's say I get a call from a buyer named Buyer Bob. Buyer Bob tells me he's looking for a home site with 2 acres in Dublin, Olentangy, or New Albany schools, where he can build his dream home. Let's put together a quick MLS search to help him get started. First, I'm here on our MLS page. I'm going to do a quick search. I'm going to switch to land. I only want the ones that are active, and I only need to see residential land. I don't need no commercial space. Buyer Bob told us he's looking in Dublin, Olentangy, and New Albany. And we definitely don't want to cross, let's say, the 225 price range. There's definitely nothing under 80,000 that we're going to want. For acreage, let's make sure we don't go more than 5. And definitely 0.6 acres to start. From here you can already see we've got about 17 listings it shows. Let's list them all out. Now, I'm familiar with some of these home sites. And the one I wanted to share today on Kitzmiller in New Albany. You can see from this home site here, it's got about 1.5 acres. It's in New Albany schools. And here's a quick property description. Custom built barn, 36 by 62.5 feet. Gas and electric is installed there. City water is available at the street, waiting for you to build your dream home. If we take a closer look at this on the map here, let's start to zoom in. I think we're seeing that stream now. You know, the stream's back here in this densely wooded area, and this is that big barn they're talking about. I'm guessing you put your house right about here, tied in the driveway. Very nice. But with any property like this, we want to see what's going on around us. For example, what is this monstrosity? From here, we can go to the Franklin County Auditor site. Let's go to mapping, though, because I'm curious. What's behind us? It looks exciting. You can see the stream, you see a better outline of the lot. And yes, that was a driveway. Who's this? Abercrombie and Fitch Distribution Warehouse. That, for me personally, may not be something I'm excited to back up to. Buyer Bob says, yeah, that home site might make sense. He also says, what about something a little bit bigger? And we're going to pick on this one on Ford Road up here in Delaware. Let's start to zoom in here, see what Ford Road has to offer us. Oh my. So this is what we call a flag lot. Now, you're going to be awfully tight. Your yard literally ends right there. Like that. That's your flag right there. So the first thing I want to talk about is that distance. For me to get back to my house, 1,400 feet. How much is that going to cost me between expenses with the driveway, running utilities back there, electric, gas if it's even available out here? I'll share some easy cost estimators for both septic systems, etc. here later. Also, speaking of topography here, not a lot going on. We simply have just a tree line at the side here, and at the rear. And another question here, what do you think is going to happen with all this here and all this up here? I will tell you, it'll probably not be a golf course. Very likely it'll be another house, houses, subdivision. So we always want to look around, see what's nearest to us, how is it currently zoned, what's the city planning for that space, what's the city's master plan for that area. Now that we've found these potential home sites, the next question I'll ask Buyer Bob And this is the same question you should be asking yourself. Why do you want to build your dream home? What is it that's important about this space? There's usually a very specific reason that a buyer wants to build outside of the traditional subdivision. Some other examples might be to put a pond in his yard so he can go fishing. He wants to raise chickens, have fresh eggs. Or he thinks it might be a good investment to split his parcel at a future date and sell it to help fund his retirement. Buyer Bob's why is important because it may entirely rule out an otherwise ideal home site from the very get-go. There's some easy research that you or Buyer Bob can do from your own computer at home. You'll want to look at aerial satellite images if you haven't already. Who or what is adjacent to your property? Are there high-tension power lines nearby, a cell phone tower, a sewage treatment facility? Same goes for potential future neighbors. What does the city's master plan look like? The next question, what kind of home can you build here? Can you build a home here? And if so, what kind of home can you build? This really begins the due diligence process. We found their home site that might have some potential. What are the restrictions on what kind of home you can build? Any requirements regarding size, style, elevation, materials, frontage, setback? We can find most of these answers from the Building and Zoning Department at the county, township, or city. Fifth and final question, how much is this going to cost you? Besides the home site and the home itself, the next biggest cost is your site prep costs. Here's some of your potential site costs listed on a spreadsheet. Feel free to pause it here. You'll see the big ones are the septic and the well. From there, I tell you to watch for the length of driveway and how far you got to run utilities. If these rough estimates make sense, you may want to write an offer on the home site. First, though, I tell you, find a real estate professional, wink, wink, Dalton Summers Link Real Estate Group, to help you determine the fair market value of the home site itself based on what's there and what's not there. It's also critical to understand how this is going to tie in with the financing and the choice of builder. I'm going to strongly recommend that you speak with your lender and or builder before ever writing an offer. We'll follow up on those two major components in another video.